Welcome to walkthrough 2 for sports organization uses.
So let's get started. First, we'll go ahead and make sure we're in our organization and not our personal account. Then we'll go over to Event Editor. Let's create this event. So for example, let's say we needed someone to man a snack bar for an entire day of a hockey tournament. Let's set the date. And we'll set the duration, in this case 7 a.m. And we'll have it finish at 7 p.m. So I won't enter any information about that yet in the information area, but I will share something I've created already for snack bar staff in the glossary, and that is the information about the job duties. And that way I don't have to repeat it for every shift. So let's add the first shift. So this is the first 2-hour shift. This can be, of course, any time period you'd like. The date, of course, is the same, but let's change the time to 9 a.m. And now we need to set the number of people needed for that particular shift. So we need a minimum of 2. Let's save that. Now, using the copy function, we can duplicate that shift. So many of the things stay the same. So all we'll need to do is change the name of the shift now. And of course, we'll need to be careful to change the time. Let's change that to 9. And be careful that we also change the end time, so 11 a.m. And the information stays the same. I don't need to add any data because I will already have a glossary that will fill in the duties. So now we've saved that second shift and copy again. So now we have our third shift, so let's change the time again. I found it to be very easy to create one shift at a time because renaming was easy and changing the time was very easy. There are many different ways for you to do this. Once again, the number of people is already included because it was saved when the shift was created. Now, if we decided we wanted to duplicate 3 shifts, we could also do that. Beware, there are some warnings. And once the system has completed that, we now have 6 shifts. But notice, we've duplicated each of the shifts, and of course they're in chronological order. So that makes it challenging for us to be able to keep track of what time we're setting up for each shift. So we'll now go ahead and edit each of those individually. So we'll now do the 1 to 3 p.m. shift, and we'll set the time. When we set in the start time, the end time automatically recognizes that, so it's quite easy to make that change. Save. Please be careful which one I check. We'll modify that one now. As detailed as possible in the name category will help your volunteers to select from the list that's sent to them on their smartphone or by email. Let's change the time. And once again, save because the other information has already been included. So now let's make sure that we're changing the last one. So this will be the 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Change the start time to 5. And once we set that, the end time automatically starts from there. So it's very easy to add 2 hours. You can type it in or you can click the up button. So what we've done now is we've created 6 2-hour shifts. We've created shifts for the entire event. The next step is for us to make sure we have staff for that.